Next week may hold the final votes on the two stimulus packages that may contain a fourth stimulus check and possibly even permanent raises to benefits like SSI. Let's get into it and discuss what is going on next week as of right now and why all eyes will be on Congress. Welcome everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video as it's totally free to do so, and I am back for you each and every day in videos just like this one to keep you updated and to help you out in any way that I can, as all of this information continues to change very rapidly, literally on a daily basis. So thanks again for your support. I truly appreciate it, and I'm very much committed and dedicated to each and every one of you right here on the channel as well as the community as a whole to help out as much as I can. So let's get into it and discuss why next week is going to be so incredibly important and why all eyes are going to be on Congress when it comes to these two stimulus packages that are currently on the table and possibly even set up for some final votes next week. Wow, it's coming down to it really quick. Not only are we looking at some final votes next week, but it's also the ending of the month. Whoa, where did this month go? It seriously went so fast, I can't even believe it, seriously. So yes, next week is the end of the month already. So let's walk through in chronological order what is actually going on and what we can expect next week. Now, again, as always, anytime we talk about Congress and anything that they're doing, anything is subject to change because, as we all know, there are delays, delay after delay. It comes all the time. We see this so many times now, so we cannot be surprised one bit if there happens to be a delay next week with everything that is supposed to happen. So, just have to throw that out there because if it doesn't happen, I don't want anybody coming back to me saying, hey, you said. Well, you're right, I did say, but we also have to recognize that Congress is notorious for being delayed on pretty much everything that they do. So, anyway, let's talk about it. On Monday, Nancy Pelosi is supposed to be holding some floor action on the first of the two packages. Now, just a minute ago, you may have been wondering, what is he talking about when he says two stimulus packages? Yeah, there's actually two of them out there. Remember, about a month and a half ago or so, it was about a month and a half ago, the Senate fully passed the first package, which is the infrastructure package, with a price tag of about $1.2 trillion, and it is supposed to be voted on in the House of Representatives on Monday. So yeah, Nancy Pelosi has told these moderate Democrats that she would bring it to the floor on Monday for a final vote. Well, we'll have to see about that because we have progressives on the other hand who are coming out basically saying, yeah, we're not really sure if we're going to vote for that thing because we have not gotten our reconciliation bill first. In fact, Pramila Jayapal was just out and she made a statement and said that the arbitrary date of voting on this package on Monday, or the date, I should say, the date of voting on this package on Monday is just an arbitrary date. In other words, it's just a date that Nancy Pelosi plucked out of the air and basically said, well, here we go. This is the date and we should go with it. So it literally means absolutely nothing is essentially what Pramila Jayapal is saying. It's just arbitrary, pretty much just a number out of the air and just means nothing, right? So that is what she is basically saying. But that is supposed to happen on Monday. Maybe it may just get delayed. Now, they are supposed to also be setting up floor action for the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill, which is supposed to be happening Monday as well. But based on where we're currently sitting right now and how things have not really progressed in the way that they should have, they're probably going to be delayed. So at the earliest point, they could be looking at some floor action on the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill by the end of the week. So we'll have to watch that very closely. But this $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill isn't even completed yet. Believe it or not, it is not even completed yet. They're still trying to work out all of the last details, all of the finishing touches, all of the pretty much the elements within it. They're still trying to figure all that out. So the simple fact that they want to bring it to the House they want to bring it to the floor for some final votes next week in pretty much about a week from now is might be a little bit of a stretch, right? So we kind of know how that goes. But this is what they're saying. And if this just so happens to go down as far as these votes, as far as in the House and in the Senate, these votes, we could be looking at a potentially even fully passed stimulus packages by the end of next week. I know it sounds kind of unbelievable. I know it sounds unreal, like there's no way that could possibly happen, but it may just be happening. But again, I just have to say, we can't be surprised one bit if they just so happen to come out and, delay the thing for another week or two. We won't know that until we get further information here. But this is what we know as of right now regarding these packages. And as we know, also, we do have multiple proposals out there to add stimulus checks into this package, right? We know about this. We've talked about this multiple times, but there are proposals out there right now to add a fourth stimulus check into the package. So again, kind of hoping that they will kind of get their move on with this thing and add a fourth stimulus check right into the package swiftly before they pass the package. But one more thing too, I just want to remind you, remember back from stimulus package number 2 that contained, well, it technically wasn't stimulus package number 2. It was the stimulus package that contained stimulus check number 2 in late 2020. That stimulus check was not even added into the package literally until like a couple days before the package was actually passed. So my point is, even though we are out about a week from potentially a final passing on this bill, even though a stimulus check may not be in there yet, it's probably not too much to worry about simply because they have a history of adding them in at the last minute, okay? So we have to remember that as well. We also do know that there's the SSI Restoration Act. That is the one that contains the raise up to the federal poverty line for nearly 10 million SSI beneficiaries. That one has the endorsement of the president, and he has also said he wants that in this next $3.5 trillion package. So we'll have to watch that one very closely as well to make sure that it makes its way right into that package. Make sense? However, just the other day, we did get a little bit of a setback, and that was the Senate parliamentarian came out and said that they can no longer include immigration into this $3.5 trillion package. Well, that didn't go so well with Democrats. They basically said, yeah, we're going to add it anyway. But this may actually slow down the bill simply because we saw this on the last stimulus package where they were trying to include a $15 per hour minimum wage. And the Senate parliamentarian came out and said, yeah, sorry, that doesn't work in here. You need to remove it. Well, they kept it in the plan and ultimately just slowed things down. So maybe that's their strategy once again here, is to slow it down purposely by adding into it things that can't be included based on parliamentarian rules. But we'll see if the parliamentarian just decides to come out and say, well, we'll just let it slide this time. I doubt it, because she is the rule maker, right? This is like the referee, the person who comes out and says, these are the rules and we're sticking to them. So we'll have to see if there just so has to be, if there's an exception to the rule here this time, but kind of doubt it. So maybe that is their strategy to slow this package down. But next week will certainly be very interesting once again, even though this week is also very interesting. And guess what? It's not even over yet, right? So many more things can still come out this week, and I anticipate there probably will be. Based on the history and everything that we see, it is literally on a daily basis that we are seeing more announcements, proposals, all kinds of things hitting the table. It's just a matter of time until we see another good, juicy one come right on out and hit the table. We just have no clue what that may be, but I'm excited to see what they come up with next and what they may have in there for the people. All of us, right? Money. That's all we want. Give us some money, right? We should just go to Congress and just stand there and be like, hey, give us some money. Seriously, we came here. We're going to say like 6 words. Give us some money right now. That's all we want. Seriously, please. So anyway, hope this helps you out. Hope it lets you know what's going on out there right now. But next week certainly will be very interesting. We'll have to see if everything goes down or if they happen to delay it, which wouldn't be surprised one bit. So enjoy. Thanks so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Please remember, I'm here to keep you updated each and every day with these videos and all the information that I find through all my research. I know sometimes it feels like, oh, this is kind of boring. It's the same old thing every day, but really it's not. Seriously, things are changing every single day. You're welcome to look some of this stuff up if you'd like on your own. You can find it out there. It's all online. That's exactly where I find it. I do a lot of research across about 20 sources or so every single day, and that's where I pull all this stuff from. So feel free to look it up if you'd like. If not, that's totally cool too. That's why I do the research, so that you don't have to. It takes a lot of time, honestly. So anyway, enjoy your day. Thanks again. Subscribe down below, share the videos, and go back and check out some of the other videos right here on the channel.